सो वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल फ्रेंड्स MedTales विद अथर्व एंड आज का हमारा वीडियो है रिगार्डिंग द एक्सटेंसर रेटिनाकुलम एंड आल्सो द इंट्रिंसिक मसल्स ऑफ द हैंड. So these two are very important topics. They are slightly difficult, so quite neglected. So I'll try to make the topic as simple and lucid as possible ताकि इसमें कोई difficulty ना हो, and also I'll make it as easy to remember and to learn क्योंकि nothing has to be mugged up in anatomy. Anatomy is also very conceptual. So let us start the video. So what happens? Let us start with the extensor retinaculum. Now extensor retinaculum, it has 6 compartments. And these 6 compartments contain 9 tendons overall. So these 9 tendons pass through these 6 compartments and they cross they actually start from the forearm, cross the wrist and go into the hand. So let us see these tendons. So this is our radius and this is our ulna. Okay, radius and ulna. So this will be the extensor retinaculum. A schematic diagram, absolutely schematic diagram, and these are the 6 compartments under the extensor retinaculum. Okay, so this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth from the lateral to the medial. Okay, so let me just mark this one is the lateral side, radius is the lateral one, and this is the medial side. Now, what you need to know is that we have 2 tendons in the first 2 compartments, then one in the third, and then in the fourth compartment, this is one muscle which gives 4 tendons. So it is one tendon only which divides into 4 tendons, and then another tendon. Then we have 1 and 1. So 2 to 1, 2 1 1. That is what you need to remember. That's all. 2 2 1 2 1 1. Okay. Now, what are these tendons? Let us name them. This is the ulnar bone. Okay, ulnar bone, the ulnar side, medial side. What happens? If this is the extensor compartment related to the carpus, the carpi, the wrist, okay, and the ulna. So what is this? Extensor carpi ulnaris. Isn't it? Very simple. Do you need to muck it up? No, I don't think so. It is on the extensor. It is in the extensor compartment on the medial side, and that is the ulnar side. So it has to be extensor carpi ulnaris. Now, if we have extensor carpi ulnaris, we need to have extensor carpi radialis also. So ECR. But what happens is extensor carpi radialis is not a single tendon. There are 2 extensor carpi radialis muscles. So one is shorter, one is longer, and according to that we have named them brevis and longus. So these 2 tendons, this is extensor carpi radialis longus and one is the extensor carpi radialis brevis. So these are the 2 tendons. Okay, so one is long, so it is longus, one is short, so it is brevis. That's all. What happens now? What is this tendon? What is this tendon? It is nothing but it is also nothing to be remembered or to be mugged up. Sorry, it is not to be mugged up. Very easy. What happens? That what is on the ulnarmost digit? The digiti minimi. So it is in the extensor compartment. So extensor digiti minimi. Okay. So this is EDM, extensor digiti minimi. Okay. Now, what about this tendon? These are the 4 tendons or 4 slips that come from the extensor digitorum. So it supplies all these 4 digits. Okay, it comes and supplies all these 4 digits. Okay. Now, extensor digiti minimi that is it is coming and supplying this. It is coming and joining to this. Okay, the little finger. तो होता क्या है? This finger, the index finger is getting jealous कि सबसे छोटी finger it is getting separate extensor muscle. Why should I not? So it also gets a separate tendon or separate muscle that is known as the extensor indicis. So this is the extensor indicis and it goes along with the extensor digitorum. Now, how to understand this one? What happens when these four muscles, when these four tendons come out, and obviously they will have to go to the four digits. So, the extensor indicis will go with the first tendon of the extensor digitorum, and the extensor digiti minimi will pass further along with the fourth tendon. Okay? So, first tendon, extensor indicis, fourth tendon, extensor digitorum, extensor digiti minimi, sorry. Okay? What are these three? The first compartment, the third compartment. Okay, so when we have abductor muscles, okay, so abductor muscle can be abductor pollicis longus and abductor pollicis brevis. We have two types. Also, about the extensor pollicis muscles, we have two muscles, extensor pollicis longus and brevis. Okay, extensor pollicis longus and brevis. So these four, what about, they are all the muscles that supply the pollex or the thumb. So these two are abductors and these two are extensors. Now what happens? That out of these, one muscle, that is the abductor pollicis brevis, is one of the thinner muscles. Okay, it is one of the thinner muscles, that is the intrinsic muscle. Okay, we'll just now discuss after this. So this one, because it is already an intrinsic muscle of the hand, it does not need to cross the extensor retinaculum, right? So it is not going. These three tendons are the ones which are present here. Two in the first compartment, one in the third compartment. Which one of them? See, what happens that this is the thumb. Okay, the action of the thumb, it is going like this. This is adduction, abduction, flexion, extension. So it is quite controversial, although, that some say it is adduction and abduction and flexion, extension, but almost it is controversial, but almost extension and abduction are in the same position. Okay? So what happens that this abductor muscle also wants an extensor muscle along with it. Okay, because it is almost the same position. So one abductor and one extensor will be together in this compartment. Okay, so definitely one is APL, but which one is the extensor muscle, EPL or EPB? Very simple here again, that there is one longus muscle, one brevis muscle. So obviously this is already longus, so it wants a brevis. You can remember it like that, or you can remember that A loves B. Okay, A loves B. So if A loves B, it has to take EPB along with it. Okay, so you can remember in whatever way you want. So A loves B, that is why APL goes with EPB. Okay, and the one left out is the extensor pollicis longus, EPL. So these are the 6 tendons that go through the extensor retinaculum. Okay, and then they supply the hand, and I mean the digits, and they go and attach to the digits. Okay, and their functions. Okay, so this is about the extensor retinaculum and the tendons passing through the different 6 compartments. Now let us discuss the next topic, which is the intrinsic muscles of the hand. Now, intrinsic muscles of the hand is a quite important topic. It also comes as long questions. Okay, it also comes as a long question. Okay, and it is something which is quite it has got so many names that people forget. But let us see. So the intrinsic muscles. Why I am saying intrinsic muscle? Because they are originating in the hand only, and they are inserting into the hand only. Okay, the extrinsic muscles of the hand, which are the muscles that come from the forearm, they are actually originating outside the hand, in the forearm specifically, and then they cross the retinaculum, either the flexor or the extensor, and then they come into the hand and the digits, and they attach to the digits and whatever. So their insertion is the hand for the extrinsic muscles, but their origin is outside the hand. For intrinsic muscles, their origin as well as their insertion is in the hand only. So let us discuss the extrinsic muscles of hand. Let us discuss the intrinsic muscles of the hand. So these are what are the intrinsic muscles of the hand? Okay, there are actually 20 intrinsic muscles. There are 20 intrinsic muscles and I am writing it 19 plus 1. Okay? Q. Because one muscle that I will tell later on, it is not present in all people, but it is present only in 20 to 25% of the population. So now let us see these 20 muscles. What are the names? Okay. So let us start with the thenar muscles. Let us start with the thenar muscles. Okay, so what are the thenar muscles? Actually, let us do this. Let us compare both the thenar and hypothenar muscles. Okay, so this side I will be writing the thenar muscles. Okay, this side I will be writing the thenar muscles, and here I will be writing the hypothenar muscles. The first. Okay, so thenar means they form the thenar eminence. This is the thenar eminence, this is the hypothenar eminence. Okay, the muscles they are present over here, and that is why there is this eminence. जो उभार जो है इधर और इधर, they are due to these muscles only. So this is the thenar eminence, this is the hypothenar eminence. So the thenar eminence, the muscles they will supply the pollex. They will come and attach to the pollex, and the hypothenar muscles they will come and attach to the digiti minimi. Okay, so according to that only we have all the names. So there are 3 muscles on both sides. Some say there are 4 thenar and 3 hypothenar, but what I personally consider is there are 3 of each. Okay, I consider it 3 of each. So thenar muscles, what are the muscles? First one is the abductor pollicis. First one is the abductor pollicis brevis. Okay, abductor pollicis brevis. Next is the flexor pollicis brevis. Because we already have a flexor pollicis longus, so we cannot again name it flexor pollicis only. We have to name it flexor pollicis brevis because we have a longus which is an extrinsic muscle and it is coming in the flexor compartment. Okay. The last one is the opponens pollicis. Okay. Many books they write opponens pollicis brevis. That's absolutely wrong because opponens pollicis is only one muscle. Opponens pollicis is only one muscle. Why do we name it longus or brevis? It has to be opponens pollicis. So this mistake you may find in some of the areas, but that is not the correct thing. So these 3 muscles only are present in the hypothenar eminence also. So only the thing that is changing is this pollicis word or the brevis word because these muscles are not present in the. There are no such muscles for the digiti minimi. So they will be not having any brevis term. So first is abductor digiti minimi. We don't say digiti minimi brevis because there is no such thing as abductor digiti minimi longus. There is only one abductor digiti minimi. Similarly flexor. Okay, so we have flexor digiti minimi and opponens digiti minimi. Okay, these are all the muscles that they are named according to the function that they perform. They are named according to the function that they perform. So the abductor, obviously it will abduct the digiti minimi or abduct the pollex. Okay? Flexor is for flexion of the digiti minimi, okay? And opponent's digiti minimi or opponent's pollicis is for this function, okay? This function, because for opposition of the pulp, finger pulps. Okay? So these are the 6 muscles out of 20 we have done. So we have got 3 thenar, 3 hypothenar. Okay. Some people say that it also, or some books also say that there is another thenar muscle, the adductor pollicis. But I usually prefer to consider it as a separate muscle, not in the thenar elements, because it is not present in the thenar elements. It is present here in between. Let us see the next muscles. Okay. Okay, so we had the thenar muscles, we had the hypothenar muscles. Apart from that, we have we have the interossei. So we have interossei. Now, interossei are of 2 types. One is the palmar interossei and the other one is the dorsal interossei. So the palmar interossei, they are like this. The first 2 palmar interossei, the first 4, there are 4 palmar interossei and there are 4 dorsal interossei. Okay, so we have already discussed the 3 thenar, 3 hypothenar. Okay, and then we have the 4 palmar and 4 dorsal. How much it is? 20. It is 3 plus 3 6 plus 4 10 and this is 14. Okay. So we have discussed the 14 muscles. Sorry. What next? So what happens? First, I'll tell you something, that is the palmar interossei. The palmar interossei, what do they look like? They are unipinnate. Okay, that is one head or only, and this is bipinnate. The dorsal interossei, they are bipinnate. Okay, you need to know this. Okay. Now let us see the next rest 5 muscles. Oh, sorry, 6 muscles. We have done 14, so we are left with 6 muscles. We have 4 lumbricals. Okay, 18 done. 4 lumbricals में क्या होता है कि the first and the second lumbrical, they are, okay, the nerve supply I'll tell separately at the end. Okay, so there are 4 lumbricals. Then we have one muscle that I have told you separately, that is the adductor pollicis. Adductor pollicis, as I told you, some books consider it as a part of thenar, some books do not. And one extra, which I said this one, okay, which is present only in 20% of the people, that is the palmaris. Palmaris longus is already present, you know. If you have seen my video previously, and if you haven't seen, I'll give the link in the description. Please watch it about the flexor retinaculum. So palmaris brevis, because longus is already a extrinsic muscle. So palmaris brevis is present only in the 20% of the, or 20 to 25% of the population, maybe 20%, that is what we say. So these are the 6 muscles. Then we had 4 palmar interossei, that is 10, 4 dorsal interossei, 14, 3 thenar, that is 17, and 3 hypothenar, 20. So these are the intrinsic muscles of the hand. Okay, let us end the topic with the nerve supply. So now the nerve supply. Okay. So the major nerve supply of the intrinsic muscles of the hand is by the ulnar nerve, and also some of the muscles are supplied by the median nerve. So these are the only two muscles which supply the intrinsic muscles of the hand. First, I'll just write down about the median nerve. Okay. What are the muscles that the median nerve supply? So the median nerve, it supplies the thenar muscles. It supplies the thenar muscles. That is the abductor pollicis brevis. Okay. Abductor pollicis brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, and opponens pollicis. Not the adductor pollicis. Okay. So median nerve supplies the thenar muscles, and it also supplies the first and second lumbricals. Okay, it also supplies the first and the second lumbricals. So the median nerve, it gives these two muscles. It supplies these two muscles. Sometimes the second lumbrical may also not be supplied by the median nerve. In those conditions, it is also supplied by the ulnar nerve. So now the muscles that are supplied by the ulnar nerve. So all the rest of the muscles, they are supplied by the ulnar nerve only. I'll still write down, just for the sake of completion, that the hypothenar muscles, okay, the hypothenar muscles, they are supplied. Okay. Apart from that, the interossei, both palmar as well as dorsal, palmar and dorsal. Okay, it also supplies the third and fourth lumbricals. Okay, third and fourth lumbricals, and one more muscle that is supplied is the, let me write it down here. It is the adductor pollicis. Okay, so these are the muscles that are supplied by the ulnar nerve, and if present, the palmaris brevis is also supplied. But as I have already told, that palmaris brevis is not present in 80% of the population. So if it is present, it will be supplied by the ulnar nerve only. But the median nerve, if you remember what is supplied by the median nerve, that is the thenar muscles, okay, the three thenar muscles, and the first and two lumbricals, then first and second lumbricals, then everything is very, very simple. Apart from these five muscles, because there are three thenar muscles that I am talking about, abductor pollicis brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, and the opponens pollicis, and these two lumbricals, all the rest of the 15 muscles, they will be supplied by the ulnar nerve only. Okay? So that is all about the intrinsic muscles of the hand, and also we have discussed the extensor retinaculum and the muscles that are coming from the extensor compartment, the extrinsic muscles of the hand which pass the extensor retinaculum through the 6 compartments. Okay? So we are done with the intrinsic muscles of the hand and the extrinsic muscles that are coming in the extensor retinaculum. So thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please subscribe to my channel. Also watch this, after watching this video, share this video, like this video, and comment down in the comment section to let me know what future topics or videos you want to see. Thank you so much.